Hello everyone, my name is Goodluck and I want to thank you for joining. And I'm the founder of Bridal Boss. And what we do is that we help mid-tier and high-end bridal designers constantly attract brides who truly value their craftsmanship. And we do this through like a consistent and proven system. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact journey that your actual clients are going to take. From the moment they see your ad or they see your post or they see your reel, all the way down to booking an appointment with you. And I'm going to explain how this solves like the biggest challenges that you actually face every single day. All right. So first, let's talk about challenges. Let's talk about the daily grind that you're actually stuck in. Let's talk about challenges because I hear this all the time. Most of the times, you actually want more bookings. So what do? You post more reels on Instagram. Understand? You post more on Instagram. You even boost your post, but yet prices are still not coming. It's still more like a hit or miss. Or should we even talk about seasonality, where you get slammed with work during the heavy seasons of the year, but then you turn into radio silence when at the rainy part of the year you get. Or should we even talk about commitment and sales? On your phone, you're busy chasing endless DMs, replying to like DMs, but 70% of these persons never convert. Or when they do, they turn out to people who don't truly value your work or are unable to afford your standard. So the point is that these three pain points here actually keep you busy, but not actually growing. So the question then becomes, how do we break this particular cycle? How do we break this cycle? And here is our answer at Bridal Boss. So our solution is a lead generation engine. Imagine having a showroom or a shop that is always on, actively looking for customers for you, even while you sleep. Understand? And also, I want you to imagine being able to meet this bride or this person that are having this anniversary or their big occasion when they're ready to actually make this occasion or when they're ready to make their dress. Understand? So that's what our system actually does. It serves ads to bride exactly when they are planning, and it even goes on further to automatically filter out time wasters, those persons who are really not ready to buy, and it only sends you confirmed persons who are ready to book. Understand? Because I know how difficult it can actually be to shoot videos, post, but yet you're still not sure of what you're doing. You're not sure if it's actually bringing the right persons. So those are what our solution actually provides. They help you solve all this problem while you do less and you focus on what you do best, which is making those beautiful dresses. Now, with this our system in place, you can actually grow with confidence because like it is actually built in three pillars that actually covers every stage of your client journey. First, talk about visibility, because no matter how beautiful your dress is, no matter how good your skill is, nobody's going to hire you or nobody's going to work with you if they are not actually seeing what you're actually doing, because no beautiful dress is actually going to sell itself. Next, we also with this solution is actually built on lead nurture, and this ensures that we keep you on top of the mind of those brides or those persons coming to make those dress all through their decision journey process. Or should even talk about positioning, because we need to ensure that your brand actually feels premium, it actually feels good, so that when people come into your showroom they understand or they have that vibe, that feel of premium quality. Because perception actually matters a lot, because you can actually be doing the most intricate beadwork in the world, but if your website is looking whack or your booking process doesn't actually follow through, most of these clients or most of these brides will actually bounce. Or if you're going ahead and you're posting more content and you're actually not giving that premium feel, it's just as if you're only amplifying the chaos. Or when they come in and they inquire your work, they turn out the people who won't truly value for what you want, or they won't actually price for your standard. So we ensure that whatever you do, your presence online and what so not will actually reflect this quality. So let's actually go ahead and talk about getting those ideal brides, getting those ideal clients, getting those persons that truly value your work and are able to actually afford your standard. And our approach is actually layered on three different ways. First, talk about collaboration, which is collaboration with industry partners. Next, we also use targeted ads on Meta, Google, and also TikTok. Now, we also do search optimization and content optimization, just to ensure that you're at the top of their mind at each and every planning stage. So first, let's talk about collaboration with industry partners. Yeah, one example I'm going to use is photographers, because photographers they are there with this bride at every point of their journey. At the point they're getting engaged, at the point they're having a party, photographers are always there. So imagine collaborating with photographers, for instance. that would actually boost your revenue. So the goal here right now is to have a network of referrals of these industry partners that send you lead every single month. And imagine the boost that would actually do for your business. So the idea here is to actually make them an offer. You make them an offer, in turn, you make them an offer, and in turn they send you this lead solely to you every single month. And this is how strategic collaboration can actually open the door. Understand? So next thing we actually do is to scale that momentum. Understand? Because while organic partnership are actually great, they are powerful. Yes, we understand that. But to grow above your local network, because sometimes you might be in Port Harcourt while your clients would actually be in Lagos. Yes. To grow above your network, to grow above your local connections, we actually leverage on Facebook and Instagram. We turn to paid socials. You can see right here. In the previous slide, we talk about like how relying solely on organic ads, or relying solely on organic partnership can actually hinder your growth. Here, we're actually trying to show you like the effect of using paid social. So Meta, which covers Facebook and Instagram, as you can see, has over 1.11 billion active users right here. Have over this amount of users. That means your dream clients are already here, you understand, on this platform, scrolling there every single day. And here's the real magic. Meta allows you to actually target these users based on their location, based on their age, based on their interest, their income, and even life events like getting engaged or planning a move. So you're not just shouting to the void, you understand? You're actually placing your work directly in front of brides before they even Google wedding vendors or before they even make that move. That's what's really great about that. And so that's one way to actually stay on top of their mind early and attract high quality clients without actually burning through your actual budget. All right, so now we have actually seen the power of Meta ads. So now let's talk about like how brides actually make that decision, because they don't just see it just on Instagram and just pay for it immediately. It doesn't work that way. So what we are looking at here is actually a real client journey, and it is actually important, very, very important for fashion designers to understand this. So first, it starts with the discovery stage. See, she comes across your work, maybe from a promoted post or maybe from a reel. It might just be a scroll stopper moment where she actually thinks, wow, this dress is actually stunning. So the next phase, she enters research and compare phase. Understand? Here, she's checking out other designers and she's asking friends for recommendations, and she's also saving ideas. After that, we get the inquiry and consideration phase, where she might message your page, visit your website, or ask about your pricing and process. And so only after that does she comes to the decision and booking stage. But the problem is that here is where most designers actually lose out. The gap between the first interest and the actual booking. That's why nurturing and following up is actually important, and we'll talk about that much later. But one thing I believe that what we actually do is that with smart content and targeted ads, you understand, you don't just show up once, you stay visible all throughout her journey, building trust and reminding her why you're the best person to actually make that dream dress. And the best thing about all this is that once you get this right, she doesn't just book you, she refers you to her friends, she also posts about you, and she comes back for a reception or anniversary look. I think that's actually amazing. All right, so now we understand like how bride actually move from their decision journey, understand? But here's another part where designers actually overlook the fact that you're not the only one she's actually looking at. Understand? During her research and compare phase, she's actually looking at other designers as well. She's actually scrolling through dozens of bridal pages, dozens of designers' pages, looking at their dress, saving screenshots and all that. And to be honest, the problem then is that a lot of designers actually start to look the same. And this is what this image here on my screen actually represents. A crowd of designers all offering great dresses, and the bride is just thinking like, what? Who was that person again I was actually choosing? You get? And it's actually important that you actually stand out clearly and confidently. You don't blend into the noise. Understand? Even if your work is actually amazing, it's important you actually stand out. And that is why visibility is only half of the work. Differentiation and how you actually position yourself and how you communicate your value and how your brand feel like in the client's mind is actually important. Because when your content and ads highlight what makes your design unique, whether maybe it's your fit, your fabric, or even your story. You get. Now that's when that shift actually happened from you being another designer to actually being the right person to actually make this dress. Because in a sea of talented designers, the one who stand out is actually the winner. Now, these are actually ads from other bridal fashion designers, and at first glance, you can actually see that these are actually visible, clean, they are gorgeous, and the ads honestly they do grab attention. But here's what's actually interesting in this thing about these ads, because if you click on it, they actually lead you straight to their Instagram page or the designer's Instagram page. And now, why that might actually seem like a smart move, I think is actually a missed opportunity. Why? Because once she lands on your page, there's often no clear direction, there's no offer, there's no booking link, there's no structure or next step. It's like inviting somebody to your store or your shop and not greeting them or not showing them where to actually go to. Instead, I'll be showing you a better way, much better, on how to actually send interested brides or interested persons that are interested in a particular dress to a page that is actually built to comfort, a page that introduces your unique dresses, you understand, shows off your best designs, and encourages her to take action without be booking a consultation. And this consultation is actually not free. They actually pay for this consultation or getting her to actually send you the measurements. You can see how amazing this system is actually is. Now that's one way you can actually see like, oh, this is actually different between ad actually gets like or ad actually bring in clients. Now let's talk about something that a lot of designers do when they actually run ads and why it's actually hurting their result. See, many persons actually just post and hope it actually reaches the right audience. But the truth is that what actually happens is that it goes to the wrong persons or even goes to the wrong location entirely. And as this image shows here, you understand, your ad is actually being shown to a crowd with no actual direction. And when you don't target properly, you actually waste money and you don't even attract the right persons. You might actually attract price shoppers or browsers or people who just like beautiful dresses and they just save your stuff. But with the right strategy, as you can see on my screen right here, we actually make sure that your ad shows up to brides who are actively planning, who live probably near your service area or in active areas where you know that, okay, this set of persons can actually afford your work. They can actually afford to pay for custom work. So instead of shouting to the crowd, you're actually speaking directly to someone who is already thinking, wow, I think I actually need a dress. So now this is where everything actually starts to work together, because it's not just enough, like it's not just to run ads, you understand? You need a system that actually tracks every single thing. From the moment someone clicks on your ad to the moment they actually book a meeting or they actually message you. Now that is why we actually call it end-to-end tracking system. This is what separates struggling campaigns from profitable ones. And the image right here on my screen actually shows an example of an ad and how we'll actually track every single thing. Now with this setup, we can actually see exactly which image actually brought the person into your page, which page she visited, or where she even dropped off. So we know what's working and what's not. That's actually very important. And that's why we actually use 100% matching system. That means when someone clicks your ad, probably for a mermaid dress, we don't just land them to like a general page. Rather, we land them on a page that shows that exact same dress or a related collection. You see, now this level of precision makes your ad feel very personal and intentional, not just something random or generic. Now here is where most designers also leave money on the table, because not every bride will actually take action immediately on the first ad. Some will click, some will even message you, but then life happens, or maybe she forgets. That doesn't mean she's actually not interested. It just means she's cold. So instead of letting these leads actually disappear, we use what I call smart retargeting system. Now this means we actually follow up automatically and strategically. Now with ads that re-engage her, remind her of your designs and bring her back where she was already. So let's say a bride actually sees your dress, or a bride to be actually sees your ad. She loves it, she loves the dress, and she clicks. What then happens next? Now what most designers actually do is that they take her to like their Instagram page or a cluttered homepage, you get. And that's like sending somebody to your shop with no salesperson, nobody to actually attend to them. You can imagine the effect that would actually have. But in our system, every ad leads to a dedicated landing page, just like the one you actually see here. This page is just built with one goal in mind, to get her to take the next action. Now it gives her a quick intro of who you are, shows off your best designs, and do stuff like that. gives her opportunity to actually ask for quotes or sending a measurement. No distraction, just clear focus on one thing, just a clear, elegant experience and professional and trustworthy, just like your brand. You understand? So now, let's be real, because when you run ads, you're gonna attract two set of persons. Now, first, you're the cold leads. Now, those people who like what they see, they follow you. Maybe they even save your post, but the truth is that they are actually not ready to buy right now. Maybe their event is in the next 2 months coming or 3 months. They are curious, but they are still thinking, still comparing. They are in the early stage. But then we actually have the hot leads. Now, these are persons who we are really after. Now, these ones, they are ready to buy right away. They click, they take action, and they're ready to book now, not next month or not next week. You understand? Now, this system I'm actually showing you right now is actually built to attract the both, but it's more optimized for the hot leads. You understand? So you're not wasting your time chasing people who are really not interested. Because at the end of the day, while it's actually great to actually build awareness, what really grows your fashion business is working with people who are ready to pay and get started immediately. Okay, so let's assume in the bride actually lands on your page, then books a section. What then happens? Now, this is actually another important part, because in our system here, when a bride schedules a call or an appointment, information is instantly sent to your CRM system, just like the one you see on my left hand here. So that means you're actually not scrambling through DMs, forgotten screenshots. You have all the details in one clean place: her name, address of interest, even dates, contact info, every single thing. And then on the right hand here, so we have connected WhatsApp automation that sends her a friendly message, a friendly confirmation message. Understand? So all this small step here, I believe they create a good impression, a huge impression. Understand? They show professionalism and makes your brand feel even more premium. So before the time you actually meet her, you're actually meeting a warm person who is already taken care of. So we don't just actually stop there. We don't stop there. We actually go on for that to actually make a quick call, because we understand that while automation is great, having that human touch and feel to the system is actually important. So our inside call agent actually call the bride or the client an hour before the meeting to ensure that they are actually booked and they are ready to go. So when you meet the bride, you know that she's well taken care of and she's very, very ready. So honestly, now let's be honest, like even with all the confirmation and reminders, some people won't still actually show up. It happens. Life get busy, nerve actually kicks in, or they simply forget. But what actually matters is like, what do you do when that happens? Do you let the lead go, or do you reach out again? On the next slide, I'll be showing you like how we actually handle this automatically and bring them back in, because every missed appointment doesn't have to be like a lost client. So this is what actually happens. So let's say, okay, like I said previously, what happens if the bride doesn't show up for appointment? So instead of just losing her or waiting for her to reach out again, we automatically follow up, because for me, every lead actually matters. So as soon as someone misses a scheduled meeting, the system sends a polite WhatsApp message or email. Like this message includes a rescheduling that enables them to actually just book or pick on that time that actually works well for them. We don't actually stop there. To help prevent the appointment, like I said previously, our call agent actually makes a reminder call 1 hour before every single meeting. So understand that quick check-in boosts show up rate, and it gives the bride a chance to, ask last minute question or let us know if she's actually running late. Now the system doesn't just reduce no show, but it shows care. You understand? It keeps the lead warm, gives you multiple chances to actually win the client back. Let's talk about the other group of persons that your ad would actually attract. Understand? These are people who they see your stuff, maybe they click around, or maybe they even start booking, but they are still on the fence. We call them window shoppers. Not like if they are not interested, but they are fully not convinced yet. They are fully not committed yet. And honestly, we understand it's completely normal, especially when someone is about to make an emotional high investment decision, like making a custom dress or making something good for the occasion. And that is why the system is actually good. It's not just there to focus on ready to buy now crowd. it also nurtures and keep warm lead engaged. Now, whether it's retargeting them with content, sending helpful reminders, offering them ways they can actually stay connected. Because sometimes the difference between a lost lead and a paying client is just that extra attention that you actually offer to them. So this slide here talks about how we actually take care of our warm lead, because we have actually talked about warm lead. Because we use what I call warm lead funnel. It's a simple but powerful way that actually keeps the brides who are quite not ready to actually make that move yet gently building trust over time. Because first, when someone actually interacts with our ad or our landing page but doesn't actually book right away, we can actually automatically trigger a chat on WhatsApp, understand, to help them keep engaged, and from time to time send them content and keep nurturing them, building trust, so that when she's ready to make that move or when she's ready to actually make that decision, you'll be the one on top of her mind. That most fashion designers need to hear, and honestly, it's one of the biggest consistent mistake. Gold is in the follow up. Because not every bride, like I said previously, would actually buy from you the first time when they see your ad, when they see your post. But that part of at which you're actually nurturing her, sending her good content, sending her a reminder message, and these are all done automatically. That's the good part about the system. You don't have to make these calls or make this reminder yourself. The system actually handles every single thing for you. It might actually take days, weeks, or even a couple of months. But as long as she keeps seeing your name, your designs, your behind the scenes content, and your client results, whenever she's actually ready to choose a designer, guess who she's actually thinking of? You. She's actually thinking of you. So don't just give up. Don't just give up after the first message or after the first this thing. We don't do that. We actually follow up. We stay in our feed. We stay in our WhatsApp, and not in a pushy way or anything, but just in a way that actually builds trust over time. So now this is all about seeing the big picture. Understand? I call this the total ad rainbow market. Because when we run ads, you're not just picking people who are ready to buy now or immediately. You're entering a whole marketplace, a different temperature of interest level. As you can see, the largest group, which is the bigger outer ring, is the cold market. And these people have never heard of you before. They're just browsing, not actively looking for a dress yet. But with a good targeting and content, they can start to actually warm up. Then you have the warm market. Now this is actually the middle layer. Now these persons know what they want. They are exploring options, maybe following a few designers, but they just need the right nudge, the right reminder, and the right offer. And then we have the center, which is like the most smallest but powerful part. I call that the hot market. Now these are brides who are ready, and right now they're probably even done their research. They just need to find the right time. So with the right strategy, you can target all these three layers, and with the right message for each and every one of them. So now that you understand the different type of leads, cold leads, warm lead, we've talked about even the market layers, let's talk about nurturing. And this is where most designers actually they lose it here, because it's not only about posting pictures of your dresses, waiting for someone to actually DM you. No, it's not about that, or disappearing after a week or two when no one actually buys from you. That is totally wrong. People actually need time. They need time. They need a reason to trust you. Understand? They need the reminders that you're still there, you're still active, and you're still creating. And that is where nurturing content actually comes in, because it's not about selling all the time, but it's about staying present in their mind and giving them consistent value. Yeah, so great. So let's take a look at this real life example right here on my screen. Like, this is a fashion designer who have over 30k followers, and that's actually a huge audience, right? But here's the problem. If you look at the link in the bio, it's long, it's unbranded. No, that might actually be a problem. It looks unofficial. And so let's just say she's actually doing great in terms of content, but she's actually missing a golden opportunity, which is turning followers into actual bookings. Now imagine this: if she had a branded booking flow, she had a warm follow-up system and automated behind the link, and everything's actually automated. Now she can actually turn these 30k followers into 300k bookings every single year without even spending a single naira on ads. And that's what I want for you. Not just more followers or more but a real system that actually turns attention into income. And the good news is that this can actually be fixed very, very much easy. Like I said, we talked about automated nurturing, understand? And this is actually very, very simple. Here on my screen is just showing you a 1 week automated sequence, understand? From the moment a bride actually enters your system, maybe from ad landing page, she will start receiving or seeing a series of well-timed, pre-written WhatsApp messages, all designed to help actually build trust and move her towards that last goal. So instead of sending one-off message or hoping for a reply, no, we actually drip value at touch points. So this is the result when you actually do a good nurture sequence. When you actually nurture your followers, you have over 12% re-engagement and 5% win back rates. Understand? Both audience you get from your ads and both audience actually engaging you on Instagram or TikTok. So let's do a little math, because this is where things actually start to feel real. Just imagine you have built a simple database of 1,000 brides through ads, organic traffic, WhatsApp group, or even Instagram DM. Now let's say only 2% of these leads actually convert. So you're getting 20 clients. But 20 premium fittings, depending on your pricing, could be thousands or even billions of revenue. And most importantly, you could actually keep your studio fully booked for months. And here's the real thing here: 2% might actually seem like a conservative number. With smart system like the one I'm actually showing you and a bit of consistency, you could actually even double or triple that. So instead of chasing new followers every single day, you'll be focused on doing what you actually love best, which is actually building good dresses. So at this point, you might be wondering, why does this system actually work? And let me break it down for you in 3 different reasons. First of all, predictability. You're no longer waiting for like random referrals or hoping that someone will actually stumble upon your post that you're posting on Instagram. Have in mind that your client will actually be in Lagos or might be in Abuja, and they will never actually get to meet you. But with this system, you know exactly how many people actually see your offer and how many of them are actually clicking, you understand? And where you're actually getting it right and where you're actually getting it wrong. You can just scale your business. It brings consistency into your business over unpredictability and over chaos you get. And secondly, it's highly targeted. We are not just blasting ads to random people. We are not just posting content to random people. We are actually showing up in front of the exact type of brides that who really want like what you offer, who really value your craftsmanship. And that level of precision makes your messaging even way more effective, and conversion rate actually goes high without you actually wasting money or wasting your time. And lastly, scalability. You see, once you got your offer and your system in place, scaling becomes very easy. Understand? If you want more booking, increase your ad spend or double your outreach. You want less, you dial it back a bit. That way you're in control, and that's the beauty of building a system like this. It's not just hustle. When you combine these 3 things, predictability, precision, and the power to grow, that is just why our approach really works. And let's just be clear on one thing: getting leads without one more code is not enough, because you can have 100 people click on or visit your page, fill out the form, but if there's no system in place to actually turn these leads into actually clients, all of them will actually disappear. So a clear offer, a smooth booking experience, a professional follow-up, automated reminders, and value-based content. Like, these are all things that would actually make someone feel very welcome, even if the person is actually not in your location. What you can actually see on my screen right here is what I actually mean by setting the right foundation. So instead of sending all your leads, all the people actually come through your ads to a clumsy page, asking them to DM you, hoping that they will actually follow you. You send them to a clear, branded website or landing page just like this. It's clean, it's more friendly, and it does one job: get them to schedule an appointment with confidence. The next slide here. And right here we have our appointment. As you can see, using the system, it gives you 23+ increase in appointment conversion rates, enables them to actually book easily, instead of sending them to your Instagram page hoping that they will click on your link. So when it comes to actually choosing a designer, you see, brides aren't just buying the dress, they're actually buying confidence and peace of mind. They are buying knowing that you want to have in mind that you as a designer would be able to deliver for them. And that's why social proof is actually very powerful. So what we help do is ensure that there's real testimonials, there's screenshot of satisfied clients, instant before and after pictures, or even WhatsApp voice notes. Like, these things do more convincing than any sales speech they can actually make. So that when a bride actually sees that other brides have actually trusted you, loved the experience, and gotten results, her brain says, okay, this must be actually good. So one thing most designers actually overlook is actually the secret weapon when it comes to attracting like high-end and serious clients, understand, which is Google Business Profile. So once we are done setting up your website and funnel, we'll also help you optimize your Google page, because I actually think it's very important. so that we'll actually ensure that everything is optimized the way you would actually pop up if someone actually searches for your business team or your bridal designer's team near me or custom wedding dress. You ensure that you're the one that actually pops up. And why is it important? Because lots of brides actually still turn to Google when they are searching for like something serious or something local, you get. And we ensure that your page is fully set up. Now I want you to pause for a second and really think about this. What would one serious bride actually mean to you? Maybe she books a premium dress. That's actually money in the bank. Maybe she refers a friend. You get. Now imagine you had a system in place that could help you bring not just one, but 3, 5, 10 brides like this consistently every single month. So it's not just about marketing, it's about creating a system that supports your vision, your business, and your reputation as a go-to designer in your city and industry. So ask yourself again, what would one serious bride mean for my business right now? If it means a lot, okay, that's a sign that the system was actually built. It wasn't built on hype. It was actually built to help people grow their business without stress, without burnout. So you can actually focus on doing what you love the most, which is creating beautiful designs and creating beautiful dresses. The secret of marketing is for you to stop doing it all by yourself and to get help. So that is what our system is actually made for. To help you attract brides, quality clients, not just anyone, who can truly afford your craftsmanship and who will truly value your work. Thank you very much for watching.